in Bangladesh right now, where he has just been greeted by the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Prime Minister in Dhaka, the wreath-laying ceremony at the National Martyrs Memorial. Live visuals coming in of Prime Minister in Bangladesh for a two-day visit. Here's the Prime Minister in Bangladesh for a two-day visit where he is meeting with the Prime Minister. In fact, the two countries also going to be signing some deals for diplomatic ties, to be strengthening diplomatic ties between India and Bangladesh. This is the wreath-laying ceremony. Bangladesh's 50th year of liberation. In fact, the Prime Minister visits Bangladesh amid the run-up to the West Bengal and Assam assembly polls. Both states will keenly follow developments over the next 2 days. In fact, this is also a message Prime Minister is sending out, considering both nations and the ties between the two nations only strengthening with Prime Minister's visit to Bangladesh. In fact, the Prime Minister Narendra Modi even flagged off his first foreign tour. This is almost the first time right after the COVID lockdown that Prime Minister is stepping out of the country. He will be in Bangladesh today and tomorrow. He is going to be part of the celebrations of the country's 50th year of liberation from Pakistan and the centenary year of its founder Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and Premier Sheikh Hasina's father. In fact, the two countries are also celebrating 50 years of establishment of diplomatic ties as well between India and Bangladesh. Visuals coming in of Prime Minister Narendra Modi currently in Bangladesh. This is a two-day visit. Like I did mention, the two countries are looking at strengthening diplomatic ties. In fact, India and Bangladesh are currently celebrating 50 years of establishment of diplomatic ties. In Dhaka, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was in fact received by Sheikh Hasina, the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. The two countries have always shared pleasant equations for decades now. It's been 50 years since the two countries have established diplomatic ties, India and Bangladesh. In fact, Prime Minister Narendra Modi just yesterday tweeted saying that Bangladesh is an important pillar of India's neighborhood first policy. In fact, known as East Pakistan until 1971, Bangladesh was formed after India and Pakistan fought a war. And it's been 50 years now since Bangladesh and India have been celebrating diplomatic ties. Both countries have shared pleasant equations. And Prime Minister Modi's visit to Bangladesh, furthermore strengthening the ties between the two countries. It's now Prime Minister Modi's first visit right after coronavirus pandemic. The lockdown began. It's been over a year. Now, this is the first time that the Prime Minister is stepping out of the country. And here he is in Bangladesh, in Dhaka, where he was received by the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina. He is now part of the National Martyrs Memorial, the wreath-laying ceremony that you see here. Here's Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Bangladesh for a two-day visit. He is part of the wreath-laying ceremony there. Earlier today, he was welcomed by the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is part of their 50th year celebrations. the liberation of Bangladesh. In fact, the visit comes amid the run-up to the West Bengal Assembly polls. Here's Prime Minister Narendra Modi today almost flagging off his first foreign tour ever since the coronavirus pandemic-induced lockdown in the country. It's been over a year now since the Prime Minister stepped out. Here is the Prime Minister who's just arrived in Bangladesh, Dhaka. He was received by the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. He was just part of the wreath-laying ceremony. In fact, this is indeed going to be looked at as strengthening of diplomatic ties between Bangladesh and India. In fact, both countries have been celebrating 50 years. Today, they celebrate 50 years of bilateral ties between the two, established ties between the two countries.
आगे नहीं यहीं से इधर ही एक जगह रखो तो मैं आ रहा हूँ भागते हुए जस्ट
Bangladesh currently. He has met with the Prime Minister Hasina Sheikh. She greeted him, welcomed him into the state. In fact, he's currently in Dhaka. A grand welcome for the Prime Minister indeed, while India and Bangladesh celebrate 50 years of established diplomatic ties. Now, this is the 50th year of celebration that Bangladesh has invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi for, the 50th year of liberation for Bangladesh. Here's Prime Minister Modi as the guest, while he also looks at strengthening and bolstering diplomatic ties between the two countries.